I'm Joshua Potts, Mr. Possible, always the brother with the same mother, Aaron Potts, Super Hot Potts, and you're watching and listening to your favorite two black runners every single
Olympic trials day. I don't know. I'm still working on that. I'm trying to think of a slogan off the top of my head.
Hey,
but that was what it is for today.
This is our second day actually at the U.S. Olympic trials. We're just covered day 8 of it. We just finished the run, so if we look kind of crazy, that's the reason why. If you're in Eugene, you got to go out and you got to go run. But let's get into day 8 of the U.S. Olympic trials. A lot of exciting things happened, a lot of rounds, and a great final round in the men's 110 hurdles. Actually, Aaron, I think we should just go straight to that. Like, this was a great day overall, but it was full of rounds. But before we get to like all those rounds, let's just start off the podcast with the finals, you know?
Yeah, no, the 110 was great. I think it's a very lovable team, especially with Freddie making it his first Olympic team at 29 years old. And then you got Grant and Robert. You can't really ask for more. I mean, at the Olympics last time, was that Worlds, I'm sorry, Freddie got 4th, Grant won, and then I think we had someone else in the top 3. So we're sitting a pretty
Roberts
good team.
got 3rd.
Yeah, we're sitting a pretty good team.
Yeah. But potential sweep is definitely on the way. We also talked to Vance Nillson, who we talked to the day before, the high schooler, and Elise Cooper, who both ran the semifinals, had great performances, PRs in the semifinals, what we'll get to soon enough in this podcast. And we got to talk to a legend in the sport, Will Claye, as well.
Yeah, Will Claye is someone who his whole career has been unconventional, like being with Red Bull. Also making music, being in a YG music video, so he's always someone that speaks very authentically and just keeps it real. So it was cool to ask him, though, the theme of the podcast, was it really worth it?
Yeah, it's going to be a great listen for sure. We'll be back for day 9 as well. But let's start off with the 3rd place finisher in the men's 110-meter hurdles, Daniel Roberts, and hear about his story and how excited he is to get that redemption in Paris. Daniel, congratulations today. You've been to the Olympics before, and I feel like the first thing, I don't want to put this in your mind at all, but I feel like the first thing in your mind has to be like the get back, you know, redemption. Yeah. But not even like just for yourself, but like America, you know, 100%. Like 2016, Jamaica won, like I can't remember, I think 2012, I believe we won 2012.
No, yeah, London we won.
We won. So like, just how was that mindset going back to the Olympics?
I mean, it's definitely, I don't want to say redemption, but it's more just like, I know I have more in me. I know there's a lot more that I can give to this sport in that way. And the Olympics is just obviously the highest level to do that. So coming in, the biggest jump for me would be making that final. I didn't make the final last Olympics. And then once I'm in the final, I know I got a chance. I know I'm going to get top 3 at that point. I just got to make the final, bro.
And since the Olympics that year, you've been consistently making more of those finals, been consistently more just in your technique through your hurdling. What have you been focusing on?
Just simply that, the technique in general, everything, man. I've been fast before. I've been strong. It's just a matter of getting the hurdle technique down to where I could be efficient. And that's one thing that me and my coach have really tapped into. It's still not perfect at all. Even the race today was not perfect, but it worked out. We made a team. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. So we can get back to the drawing board. Got about 4 or 5 weeks before Paris.
So the big thing we've been talking about on like our podcast this whole week is just like, is it worth it? Obviously, it's worth it. You made it to the Olympics, but like, what makes this one so much worth it compared to 2021 to come out, do it in front of these fans, all of it? What makes this one so much worth it?
I mean, I feel like it just makes it worth it because it's the next one every time. Like, no matter what I did in the past, that doesn't mean nothing to who I am today. I feel like I'm a better person, a better athlete in every single way. So making this team is just as special, if not more special, than any other team I made before.
How do you feel about the team? You, Grant, and Freddie going on?
Bro, first, I mean, obviously, I'm happy for all of us, but I'm also happy for Freddie, bro. Like, I don't think you understand the amount of work that man put in, bro. He's been grinding. He got a baby on the way.
Yeah.
That thing might be born when he in Paris, so I hope he got a daggum red eye back or something, but I am so happy for that man, bro. He's been grinding, and he's been such a great friend to me. and it's just beautiful to see God working in his life like this.
Absolutely. I love it. Congratulations. Let's go sweep Paris.
Yes,
man.
sir. Let's do it.
Let's
Thank
go
you,
do
man.
that. Thanks. Thanks. All right, next up, we have the silver medalist in the 110-meter hurdles, Freddie Crittenden. This man, honestly, I didn't even get to really hear his interview, but Aaron, you talked to him like for 5 minutes, it seemed like, or 6 minutes.
That was probably my favorite conversation of the day. He's just one of those guys that, is battling, like trying to have a sponsorship and things like that. Even after, getting forced, Tracksmith's doing great things with him. So he's someone that everyone in the track and field community is really rooting for. Like when we were in the mix zone and he finished, people were like, "Oh yes, like Freddie made it. Freddie got second." Like people were so happy for him, and he has a lot of things going on in his life. As you'll see, like he's about to be a dad right now too. So it meant a lot for him to be able to be a provider to his family by making this team. So this was probably the most inspirational conversation that I've had of the entire week.
It's going to be a great Olympic story to keep your eye on. It's just the whole men's 110s hurdle team as a whole. Let's see what Freddie had to say.
All right, Freddie. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You an Olympian, bro. Last year, 4th at World Championships.
That sounds crazy.
You an Olympian, bro.
That sounds crazy
You an
to me,
Olympian.
bro.
You
That
took
sounds-
second place today.
Yeah.
PR, hit the Olympic standard.
That sounds crazy, bro.
You got a baby coming soon.
Yeah.
I don't even know. What does that feel like?
It's like imagine you trying to drink some water, but all you got is a straw, and it's
You trying to chug the whole thing.
and it's a swimming pool. That's a bad analogy.
No, it's a lot to take. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. That's what
That
you're
was
saying.
the wackest analogy, bro. I don't know. It's hard. It's like a flood, literally a flood of emotions and like satisfaction and just like I've been dreaming about this. Literally, I remember the day, bro. Like I remember it was the semifinal round, 2012, and I saw Aries Merritt run in the London Olympics, and I was like, I would love to do that. I would love to do that one day. And I missed 2016. I missed 2021. Just wasn't quite good enough, or hurt, or just a lot of stuff happening. And to get to this point and to be able to say that I made it, bro, like it is unfathomable, for real.
Well, take me back then, because that's a lot that you just said right
yeah.
there. So what's on your mind when you're getting in, you walking out, you getting into the blocks, you've been through so much just to get to that moment? What are you even thinking about anything? Are you just locked in?
Well, it's one of those things. Obviously, when the race is here, it's like you can't let all this other stuff distract you. It's like you have to focus on executing in this moment, So when I was at the race, I was just like, you got to focus on getting out. You got to do this. Stay tall. Like just all the cues that you have as a runner. Mm-hmm. And luckily, like training has been going well for me to be able to do that. And now that it all transpired, it all happened. It's like now the floodgates have opened for you to like take it all in.
Yeah.
And like just taking it all in is just like you can't possibly, like, it's just gonna take time to process. Like talking with people and like debriefing with my coach and my friends and my teammates and stuff. It's just like that's kind of where it is. Like it was execute the race, don't worry about nothing else, and then now it's just I'm drowning in all these emotions and feelings and
I love that. I can feel your energy, bro. I can feel your energy.
But it's all good. It's all good energy, especially like not even just with the career side. Just looking forward to like what this does for me and my family. Obviously, I have the child come in, and there's been a lot of financial stress on us, like just trying to be ready for this child.
Yeah.
And this is a huge weight off my shoulders to know that all the time and energy that I dedicated to this will pay off and will benefit me and my family future for the rest of our lives, and that's like the most fulfilling thing for sure.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. Yeah. That's a blessing. Like
it is a blessing.
Our whole podcast, we've been asking all the athletes is like, was it worth it? Obviously for you, man, you just described accomplishing
a lifetime goal.
Yeah, but was it worth it? Everything that you had to do, what is that like?
Yes, it was worth it. It was worth it because it wasn't just something that I wanted to do. It wasn't just something that I thought was cool. It was something that was like placed on my mind and my heart. It was something that I felt like I was called to do. And
Watch out.
so it's something that I felt like I was called to do, and to be able to go through success, then go through the lows of it, and come out and still accomplish all of the things that I set out to accomplish. Is like the journey was definitely worth it, you know, and to be able to say that I'm an Olympian and I'm one of the fastest in the world, it was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it for sure. Yeah.
Nah, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you,
appreciate the
Aaron.
inspiration
Appreciate
you just
dog.
gave me,
Yeah.
Freddie.
All day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't wait to see you in Paris, bro.
I appreciate it, dog.
Yeah, and congratulations on the kid
Thank
coming
you.
in
Thank
and
you.
to you and your wife and all of that, man.
Yeah, thank you. I'll see you.
I'll see you for
Yep.
sure. I'm gonna try to find a way out there too.
Yeah,
so.
let me know.
Last up, we have the GOAT of the 110 hurdles,
Big G.
Superman, Grant Holloway, in the building. Did his thing, got his second national championship ever. This dude was excited, happy, excited to be back at the Olympics, try and get that gold medal. And I think we're sitting the team that can really sweep, Aaron. I think we're sitting the team that can sweep the men's 110 hurdles.
Yeah, I feel like it was all business with Grant too. Wasn't even completely happy about.
Job's not finished.
Job's not finished. That was the type of attitude he had. That boy roasted me before he got up. He said I was fat. I don't know about all that, Grant. But no, this was great. It's always good talking to someone like Grant, but he's really locked in, and I think we can. The world record is always on watch when he touches the track. That's where we're at with Grant.
Yeah, absolutely. Job's not finished. Grant Holloway. Let's see what happens.
All right, Grant. Another one. It seems like you don't ever be losing. You were crazy excited for this. And like sometimes as a fan, when we see you, we just expect so much from you to win. Like, why so much emotion for this one in particular?
Well, that wasn't emotion at the end. That was me cursing myself out because I knew I kind of gave one away. But no, this one is only my second world title. If you got world title, my second U.S. title.
Yeah.
What I do, I don't really run finals, so I always have to buy, so I never really have to run. So I usually give my rent money to Daniel because he's usually the one winning U.S. titles. So we'll figure that out. But this was great, man. I'm ready to go, ready to get up out of here, do drug testing, and double out of here.
So were you thinking about when you saying you missed one, were you thinking about like time-wise, like the world record, or just your execution?
Not really world record, but like just my execution. One got away. I was out and I hit the 8th hurdle, so 9 and 10 was just kind of slower segments, but it was still good.
What's biggest thing that you're looking for? You get that rematch up against Hansel and everything, coming in as top dog.
Yeah, we'll just see what happens. I mean, obviously, like once you get there, it's a different story. I mean, obviously, Daniel and Freddie are both in great shape, so why not a U.S. sweep? We'll figure it out.
Last question I got for you. We've been asking everybody, just like, is it worth it? All the work you put in, all the things you battle.
Anything that I do is I don't half-ass it. So when I come out here, I'm able just to kill it and double back and do it again.
Well, congratulations,
I
Grant.
appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for having you.
Right on.
Appreciate you.
Bro, we just talked to this guy yesterday. Today, he ran 49.77, the 5th fastest high school 400-meter hurdle time in history for U.S. Vance Nillson. Dude, I knew this dude was going to break 50. I didn't think he was going to break 50 like that.
He was so close. It was top 2 auto qualifiers. He just barely missed out on making the final, but he really wanted to break 50. So glad to see him do that, but excited to hear from him.
No, especially super excited to hear from him and just his mindset, and big things are coming from this kid for sure.
This dude's going to Florida.
Yeah.
He's going to Florida, not next, he's a junior, right?
No, he's a senior.
Oh, he's a senior. So he's going to Florida next year. That's hurdle you. Think about Grant Holloway is going to be there. Everybody that you could think, you're going to see him at NCAAs next year, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Excited for Vance Nillson. Vance, bro. Incredible race, 49.77 PR, I believe U.S. number 5 all-time in high school history in the 400 hurdles, but I know definitely wanted more being that close. Just going down the last 100 when you saw Khalifa, like, were you like, I'm getting him? Like, what was going through your mind in that last 100?
Yeah, last 100 honestly was pretty sloppy, just like step pattern-wise and going over the hurdles, but I knew I had to adjust my steps coming into the last 100 just because I switched before I wanted to. and I wasn't really focused on him. I think from what I remember, I thought I was in second place like coming into the turn, and then I had a couple bad hurdles, and I didn't really like focus in on him until after that last hurdle, and I kind of saw him and started to chase him, but I was just a little bit too late.
Yeah. Like, what have you learned? You ran so well in these 2 rounds. What have you learned from running against these top-level pros? Because they have pushed you to even faster heights.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say I just, especially with the lanes that I've been given, I've been in some outside lanes, so I think I've done it pretty well so far, but sort of you really just need to focus on your own race because everybody has their own race strategy. If you see Caleb Dean, he gets out super fast. So if you try and stick with him and that's not how you run, then you'll die the last 100. So sort of just it's easier when you're on the outside lanes like I was, but especially in the 400 hurdles where you have step patterns and stuff like that, just try and stick to your own race. And if you do what you are supposed to do, then I think you'll run best.
Hearing the number 5 all time for high school history, like I think you already felt like under 50 was coming, but like hearing that, cementing that for yourself, what does that kind of make you feel?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, since I already broke the national record in the 300, I don't mean this in any like sort of cocky way or anything like that. And especially because I'm here and I'm not really racing against high schoolers, it's not as present in my mind. I'm sort of just more focused on the competition and trying to race these guys that are here and try and make it through the rounds. But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know what to say about that. I guess I just wasn't really thinking about it. I'm more just trying to.
Yeah, you're trying to make the team.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as competitive as possible.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. Last thing, I have you get out of here. You've had an incredible season. I think there's a lot of high schoolers that are looking up to you and seeing what you've done. What advice would you give to that high school kid that wants to dig deeper, wants to get to a level of just not even possibly the Olympic trials, but just better themselves?
Yeah. I mean, I was that kid not long ago at all. I ran 39 seconds, 39.9 in the 300 hurdles 2 years ago. Last year I ran 37 mid, which is like pretty good, but it's nothing crazy, So the only thing that I did that changed was I wanted it, and I trained hard in the off season, and I worked my butt off, and I went lifting and stuff like that. So if it becomes like your lifestyle more than just a sport or a hobby, if you center your whole life around it, like that's how I did, and look at me, it's like not even a year later and I'm at the Olympic trials, almost made the final. So if I can do it, I mean, they can too,
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. It's 100% worth it.
It's worth it. Congratulations, Vance.
Thank you.
Best of luck in Florida, bro.
I appreciate it.
So yesterday, we talked to the high schooler, junior, going on to senior from Maryland, Elise Cooper. Today, she didn't make the final, but she ran 22.71. Shattered 23, broke down that barrier. She was in a heat with Kyree Richardson when she ran 21.93.
Yeah.
Like, amazing for Elise.
Yeah, just yesterday she was telling us about how when she was warming up around everyone, and she's like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And then looking at the heat sheet and being like, "Oh, I'm with her. I'm with Kyree in my heat." So that's pretty cool. Regardless, that's just pretty cool.
Yeah, and the shattered 23 is amazing. She's right outside. Didn't get that, but she's going to be at U20s in Peru as well. But it's a pleasure really just to get to talk to Elise and see the future of the sport.
Yeah, without further ado,
Elise Cooper qualified to the second round semis, 22.77? 71. You know that. You know that mark. How did that PR feel today?
Well, I was definitely a little scared coming into it, but I mean, I haven't PR'd in like a year, so I'm really happy that I got to PR against all these really good people. So yeah, I'm happy with how I ran.
You raced against some of the best. You had Kyree Richardson in your race.
Yeah.
Take me back to when like you saw the start list like yesterday or whatever, and you're all like, oh, okay, this is what we're going up against.
My sister saw them before me, and she started reading the names. I'm like, you're lying. Like, I thought she was just playing some sort of prank on me. But then I checked it myself, and I was like, damn. But I don't know. I guess it ended up being okay, because I also got to like talk to Kyree and some of them, and I don't know. It's just really crazy running at literally the same level as them. But yeah, that was a good experience for me.
What have you learned about yourself from all of this?
I'm like a nervous person, but like even no matter how scared I get, I'm glad I got to learn that like I'm able to run at this level. Like I could still do as like my best no matter what the circumstances are. So
Yeah, you definitely learned how to battle through the emotions. Like the come out 2271 and like you're still U20s, right?
yeah,
Yeah, U20s.
I'm going to Peru.
And the two and the one, or just the?
Yeah, just the two.
Just the two. All right. Awesome, Elise. Congratulations. What advice would you give to just high schoolers out there? I know you still have another year of like high school, but like, what advice would you give to high schoolers that not even necessarily want to be in your position, but just get faster in the PR and overcome those nerves?
I definitely say don't get discouraged, because there's always gonna be moments where you're not gonna come out on top, but you still need to really like try your best. You can't just do not get discouraged.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Elise.
Thank you.
Next up on the podcast, we got Will Claye, someone that we've been talking about on Two Black Runners for years.
He's a Two Black Runner OG, to be honest.
Yeah, all the way back, IG Live, Running Wild Black, and he's still doing the same thing, making a difference for athletes and just Black people as a whole. And everything he does, from jumps to music and to business side as well.
Will Claye, when I think of Will Claye, I think of authentic.
Yeah.
That dude is always so real, like honest to give it to you straight, and I just appreciate him being open. So it was really interesting hearing his perspective as someone who's been like at the top of the game since like 2012.
Yeah.
Really like multiple time Olympic world medalist. Like this is one of the greatest of all time to do it in the triple jump. So we getting jumpers on this podcast, bro. We getting jumpers.
And he's still focused on getting the gold. He qualified for the triple jump on Sunday.
In one jump.
Let's go, Will Claye.
All right, I'm here with Will Claye. Just got done. First round of the triple jump. Only one jump. There was a lot of chitter chatter. You going back and forth.
Yeah.
I love that you always just bring that fun energy into it. What's it like going into what? Is this like trials number 4?
Number 4, yeah. Yeah, number 4.
Yeah, so what was the mindset coming into it today?
Just make it to the finals, and exert as least amount of energy as I possibly can, because I really want to do something big on Sunday. So I kind of just treated today like a little practice session, try to keep the energy low, let everybody else go for it, and then really bring it on Sunday.
What is this one, number 4, what does this one mean to you in comparison to the others? Things you've been through the past couple of years, even thinking about what COVID did to the Olympics and everything?
Man, this one means a lot, because this has been the toughest one to get here, but I think marks wise it's the easiest, but for what it's taken me to get here has been the toughest. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no shoe sponsor. You know what I'm saying? I got a baby now, and I'm having to sacrifice a lot more to get here, and so I think that just kind of puts a different battery in my back. To where I ain't really. It ain't a game. It ain't a game right now. Like I'm really out here to really do something amazing and to really just fulfill my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm out here for a purpose, and I gotta really go out there and stand on that and what God gave me.
And I know it has to be fun too when you have like that fire burning within you to get back out there and just show people what you have. But the theme of the podcast we're doing today has been just asking athletes, was it worth it? Like everything that you've done, like, has it been worth it?
Nah. I don't think it's been worth it. Feel me? Man, my daughter turned 2 like a month ago. Missed her birthday, you know what I'm saying? Because I was training, you know what I'm saying? I was out in San Diego, and I was getting ready for this. And I think, if I could take it back, I would rather be there with her for that. Because it ain't, it's love, it was love, a lot of love for me in the sport early on, but it ain't the same love no more. And the ones that love me, I've been sacrificing so much time away from them for this. You know what I'm saying? And I love this, but when you're not getting recognized as, not even just as me, as Will Claye, but as a field event athlete, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of us struggle, and we just are continuing to be pushed out of the sport. And so I don't think it's worth it, to be honest with you right now. But I love it, and I know that this is what God gave me this gift, so I'm going to continue to fight, for the better of field event athletes, black athletes, you know what I'm saying, and just athletes that are out here putting it out every day on the track, trying to get it, and not really being supported and recognized. So that's really why I'm doing it right now, for real.
It's great that you're doing it for others, but I always say, like, I'm someone that's always like, yo, like, I low-key hate track and field. And, like, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference, you know what I'm saying? So for you to say it's not worth it or have that feeling, it's because you really love what you're doing and you want so much from it. So I really feel what you're saying.
Because you got to think, like, right now, right, I don't have no sponsor, right? So I've been training 4 years. If I go, God willing, not if, when I go, win a gold medal, I win like $30,000. Break that down between the hours that I trained for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to, I sacrifice time from my family to do that. And that what's that 30,000 gonna do?
To missing a birthday from your daughter.
You know what I'm saying? To being able to take care of my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Financially, to be a foundation for my family, to as a man, I want to be able to take care of my family, you know what I'm saying? So, that's how I'm seeing it right now. And I'm thankful, for the sponsors that I do have. Red Bull, New York Athletic Club, USATF Foundation, those are things that have helped for me to get here for sure. But I do believe us as field event athletes deserve more.
Well, happy to hear you standing on that, and we need you. We really do need you out here standing up for those, bringing attention to that.
100.
So we can hopefully, things like this help
and
just make it more worth it for the field event athletes.
100.
I know it's even tough with changes that are happening that, don't include the field events too. So there's a lot of hard conversations.
I'm working on something, though. I'm working on something for the field event athletes.
But we looking forward to it. We're looking forward to hearing
Look out for
it.
that. Me and Red Bull, we working on something. So we gonna.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to bring you back on when that pops off to hear about it.
100.
I appreciate you, Will.
Yeah, easy. Oh boy.
One of the most special things about coming to these media things, mixed zone, whatever it is seeing like hometown heroes.
Yes, sir.
And we reveal, I feel like we pull back all the time somebody from the IE, someone from our hometown that's getting it done. Kyree King. He went to your same
He
middle
went
school.
he went to the same middle school as me, and then he went to Colony. That's where I would have ended up going to high school if we didn't end up moving. So it's just crazy. You never know. Like, we had to have cross paths. We graduated the same year from high school, so I'm sure he was racing at meets that I was racing at against the people on my team and stuff. So I was distance and he was sprints. But that's crazy.
No, absolutely insane. And we have some fun stuff to show Kyree too. So this is going to be a fun interview. And you qualify for for tomorrow in the 200. So that's going to be super exciting to see what this guy can do and make his first Olympic team.
IE right here, bro.
IE all the way, baby.
Whenever I see somebody from the IE, you gotta say what's up to him, bro. And you went to Grace Shokely.
Grace Shokely, Colony High, Mount Sac, all that.
Man, that middle school had some battles. They were serious about sports.
Hey, that PE, that lunchroom, that lunch area, we was going hard on the court.
For real.
Track, turkey trot, all that. Everybody know about the turkey trot.
The turkey trot was serious. Our older brother, he was in the 8th grade, I was in the 6th. I remember he won. I was coming in, the little brother, I was like, gotta go. I gotta get this.
We should get the next period off. You get ice cream and pizza and all that.
Exactly.
It was serious out there.
Okay, first thing though, you follow No Context? You ever heard No Context, bro? Okay, they on your head, bro. What's going on right here in this clip?
They hit me with the Frank Ocean or what? Oh, man.
And then they hit you with this.
See? I knew it. The Frankie O.
So people been telling you that before?
Yeah, man. Ever since I died, they've been telling me, you look like Frank Ocean, you look like Frank Ocean. I'm like, nah, I mean, I seen him with the green hair, and, I kind of just went with it. I was more so thinking of the Joker, but I messed with Frankie.
I think it looks dope, though.
Yeah.
I think you pulling it off for sure.
I appreciate it.
But what was it like touching the track today for the Olympic trials?
Man, it was good, man. I feel like I'm on my get back tour. I didn't like what happened in the 100. I didn't like not how they did me. It wasn't anybody's fault, really to win, but you know, I really felt I had to come out here and really just get to the final, not worry about anything else, not put it in anybody else's hands. I needed to do it myself.
And I feel like you've been racing good all year. You've been showing up and competing with these guys, so I think you have just as good a chance as anybody else. But the theme of the podcast today has been like, we're asking everyone, is it worth it? Was it worth it? You're a JUCO product, so I know you probably been through some things to get to this level, but has it been worth it for you?
And it's been worth it for me. Every year in my career, you know, like you said, I come from the bottom. You know, I came from JUCO, high school, no offers. High school didn't have grades. Had to go JUCO route. Had to go a low-key D1 before I got to Oregon. You know, every year I come out here, man, it's just I get better and better, and that's just been the goal. You know, I never was the first one picked. I never was the big-name athlete. I never was the person that was the favorite, and that just comes from my work ethic and how I work.
And what keeps you going throughout all of those trials, really?
I mean, just that. You know, I like to come prove myself. You know, I feel like if you didn't pick me, I'm gonna make you pick again. So that's my mentality. I always have an underdog mentality. I know I'm not the favorite, but I'm about to come out here and show what I got.
And you the villain. You got
Yes,
the
sir.
Joker.
Exactly.
Joker here. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
You already know.
Well, appreciate you, Kyree.
I appreciate you.
I'm rooting for you extra hard now, knowing that you from Ontario.
Yes,
for
sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir. IE, baby.
Yeah.
Bro, this women's 200 tomorrow is about to be insane, Aaron. 22:78 by Gabby Thomas for the world lead. Also, Kyree Richardson is running insane out of her mind as well. I don't know who's going to win this race. I don't know who's going to be third. I'm just excited to really watch and sit down. I'm glad we got Gabby Thomas to talk about it.
I feel like Gabby showed a little bit of her cards today. Like, Kyree, I can't remember, she's ran under 22 these last, like, 2 races, which is incredible. But then Gabby, she ran 22 low, I think, the first one. But 21:78 is like showing everybody like, yo, I ain't scared. I'm right with you. But I also just enjoyed talking with Gabby just because there's just so many things that she does for the sport.
Yeah.
And I think the theme of this podcast is best to be answered by someone like her.
Yeah, she's definitely not just the next for this sport athletically, but even in the business side as well. Gabby Thomas.
All right, Gabby.
Hi.
Olympic trials.
Yes.
Last time we were here, it was COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
And there was nobody in the stands.
That's right.
What's it been like so far, just having the roar of the crowd and all the people here cheering for Olympic trials?
I mean, the energy is incredible. It's really fun competing in front of people who are excited to be here and are supporting us. And you can, even when we're walking to the start line, like people are cheering for you so loud and they're so close. So it's exciting. When I was at the start line, I look up and I see like my 3 closest friends just right there, like so close I can actually touch them. And it was fun. You know, it makes it really fun.
Yeah, I like for myself, I almost like forgot what the Olympics really felt like.
Yeah.
Like I definitely enjoyed watching it in 2021, and then we had Worlds here.
Yeah.
But then coming here for the Olympics, I was like, this almost
It's
feels
different.
as big as Worlds did.
Yeah.
So
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
for
so
the trials.
it's really cool. One thing about you this year too, and I always feel like you're running all these different events, and now we see you outside putting on track meets and everything. Talk about just like the development of your career the past like 2 or 3 years.
I mean, I think personally I've matured a lot as an athlete. I'm coming into these trials, I feel like we've done everything right and we're really ready to kind of make a statement and do something big this year. And I feel really ready and prepared to do that physically and mentally and emotionally. On the other side of like the actual running and performance, I mean, track is making huge strides right now, pun intended. I'm loving the innovation from the Alexis Ohanian 776 Invitational to Michael Johnson's Grand Slam, like track meets. It's exciting. I mean, I think it's time for track to have that moment. And the Netflix docuseries that's coming out too. I mean, everyone will be excited about track, and I think people love track fundamentally at its core, right? Everyone's excited when the Olympics come around. So if we can just increase like the representation of track and people can be excited to watch it and athletes can be excited to compete and athletes can get paid to compete.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. So I'm excited for what the next couple of years are going to bring.
Yeah, and we're glad to have you a part of it and pushing that forward. And as you're stating, there's a lot of struggles within track and field. So what we've been asking everyone today is just like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to keep going, and what makes it worth it?
For me, yes, it's absolutely worth it. I mean, I've been going at it for so long now, from before I was getting paid to do it, from when I was running at Harvard, and, we weren't really, doing anything crazy in the sport, but it's really about the personal growth and development that you get from it. You really get what you
what you put into it. There are definitely moments where it's heartbreaking. I mean, this is one of the most cutthroat sports in the world.
Only 3 people make it.
Right, only 3 people make it, and it could be that, a hair of a difference, 0.001 seconds. But it's such a beautiful sport in that way. You work so hard, and when it goes right, it's the most amazing feeling. So yes, it's worth it. You see people putting in so much of their literal blood, sweat, and tears into the sport. People working jobs at night just to participate in the sport, right?
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Well, we appreciate your time. I'm going to let you go. Great job, 21-7. We can't wait to see you in the final.
Thank
do
you.
your thing.
Thank you.
But thank you. Thank you for your time.
Before we get out of here, we're getting into day 9 of competition. We got to talk to Gabby Thomas, the women's 200, and Kyree King, both in those semifinals, going on to the finals, Olympic hopefuls in the 200-meter race. So before we get there, today, day 9, 200-meter finals, and the men and women's side, I think we should give our picks. Gold, silver, bronze for men and women. We want to start with the women first?
Yeah, for women, I'm going to say... You know what? I'm going to say Gabby's going to get it. I think
I'm with you.
In the semi yesterday, she ran a little bit harder because she wanted to show, she had to show a little card. Not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but an actual card. 21, 7, 8. It's okay, I'm right there with her. But Kyree is super locked in. So it will be tough, but we'll see. I would say Gabby and then Kyree. And then I think third is going to be... Steiner. I feel like she's getting better every single round. I think she's been struggling with some injuries, hasn't been racing that much, but I feel like she's going to pull it off.
I'm going to have the same order as you, but I'm putting in Mackenzie Long as third. I think she's just going to find a way, and I would love for her to see her make the team. But Abby Steiner is a great pick. That's just about the same team as Tokyo. And that's the team that I think that's going to be the same for the men as well. For the men, I'm going Noah Lyles, Kenny Benderrick, and then Ariane Knighton. It's a boring pick, no sleepers going in there, but I think...
Is Curly running the 2?
Nah, Curly's not running the 2. People you got Christian Coleman, Kyree King, Courtney Lindsay, that could definitely find their way on that team, but those 3, I feel like it's the same like the men's 1500. They're super hard to beat. They're always on. They're pretty much every time consistent. So it's hard to bet against them until it's proven.
Yeah, you're basically betting on one of them having a bad day, and it's tough for someone like Coleman, who, I feel like I've never seen Coleman run rounds of a 200 before.
Yeah,
but he looks good.
He does
look good, but is it going to be enough to get Benerick or Knighting or Noah?
But you still got to get past Courtney Lindsay too.
Yeah, Courtney Lindsay was running good in all of those rounds. I thought he was gonna make the 100 team for a second.
Yeah.
There. So maybe he can break up that 3 too. But I'm also curious, can Benerick beat Noah? I think that's gonna be a dope matchup. So.
No, for sure, and definitely rooting for Kyree King to find a way on that team. But it's hard. It's hard to do it, but I think he's someone primed to get back under 20 seconds. If he does that, you never know.
You never know on the day until you lace him up and get out there. So we'll see.
That's why we race the final. But appreciate y'all tuning in. We got 2 more episodes coming off you, recapping day 9, then recapping day 10. But appreciate y'all spending your Olympic trials time with us, your favorite 2 black runners. And anything else, Aaron?
I'm gonna have a better intro tomorrow, bro. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna have a jingle for y'all.
All right, let's get it. We'll see y'all tomorrow.